If you were mine, I'd learn. We don't want your sort poking the noses in round here. No, no, you don't, my girl. No. I think I'll stop your gallop.
What on earth is going on? Is this where you're staying?
For the time being.
With him?
Elizabeth!
Good, you won't mind if I ask him to leave then. Your head appears to be bleeding. If I were you, I'd go somewhere and have it attended to. Or shall I ask the coach driver to step in and see to it?
Oh, on your feet, are you? Go on then, cap it out. You'll get home quick and I won't tell her.
She said she was gonna have me took.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, serve you right if she did and all.
You should never have said that, Ellen Jessup. You'll be sorry you ever said that.
Oh, he's enough to make anybody join the Band of Hope.
Well done.
Oh, another one. Place is getting quite crowded. All right, lovey. Mom's here now. Oh.
How did you find me? I was on my way to the dressmaker's and I saw you turn into the lane. I asked at a house a few doors along and they told me you were living here.
Yes. I've left James.
Good for you. But what you going to live on?
I'll find work of some kind.
What was the row about? Oh, of course. James, it would be money.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I've said some hard things to his face, but I can't abuse him behind his back.
I see. Well, if there's anything I can do.
Yes, there is. Don't tell anyone where I am.
Very well. Anything else?
She's got no money.
I'll manage. James thinks that as long as I live under his roof and eat at his table, he can prevent me from acting according to my conscience. Well, I can't live like that, and I won't.
Here's 1.5 sovereigns. It's all I got on me at the moment. Will you take it or not? You can call it a loan if you like.
She'll take it.
Now, look.
It's all right. I shall repay it, Elizabeth. I'll put aside a part of my earnings each week.
Oh, goodbye then.
Goodbye.
Look. I'm so sorry I wasn't here to receive you, Miss Callan.
Oh, it's no matter. If you would be kind enough to return these to Mr. Fraser, with my apologies for the delay.
Albert's original design for his steamship?
Yes.
Albert hoped you'd be impressed.
Yes, I suppose I am. But my advisor is not, and he knows much more about these matters than I.
You mean Mr. Fogarty?
Yes.
My first one was also a ruby.
Oh, my engagement ring from Daniel.
Your first one? Albert gave me this diamond. Before you married Mr. Fraser, you were to marry someone else? Why, Miss Callan, I do believe Daniel hasn't told you. You saying that you and Daniel...
That's right. Daniel has never once mentioned it.
Oh, it must have slipped his mind. He always was forgetful.
Have you finished?
Nearly. You feeling better?
Oh, yes, thanks.
Not so hot.
It's just a chill, I expect.
Ooh. Isn't it lovely to sit down? My feet are like blocks of ice out in that yard. There's a little bit of tea in that bag if you like to mash it. Mrs. Morley gave it me yesterday. I'll have him here.
He's been crying.
You could have given him a drop of Mother Bailey's quietening syrup.
Helen, no, you shouldn't give him that. It's got opium in it. It's just opium and treacle.
What would I do then when I go to Mrs. Morley's? I got to take him to feed him. If he was yelling in the basement, they'd hear in the parlour. And no lady's going to put up with that.
Maybe that's why the other baby... It's bad for him, really, it is.
It'd be a damn sight worse for him if she turned me off. He'd starve. And Lucy died of scarlet fever, so there.
I'm sorry. This tea's wet.
She wouldn't hardly have given me if it wasn't, would she? That's only been brewed once. There's plenty of heart in it yet. Trouble with you is you don't know what you're saying half the time. I worried all night over what you told Jack Tanner.
What did I say?
About having him took.
Arrested, you mean? Telling he had no right to behave like that. Somebody should tell the police.
Oh, then he'll be locked up, yes. And then Kathy will be left the way I'm left. Only she's got 4 kids instead of 2. What good would it do? I never knew a man went in there yet that didn't come out worse. Even my Wally. I'm dreading to think how he'll be.
I never thought of it like that.
No, you live in a different world, that's why. Oh, well. That's right. You pour. I'll just pick up these last few sheets. Come on, get off!
Don't eat it, eh?
No! No! No, I'm not going!
Come on.
No, said it, dirty, rotten liar, whoever they were.
Don't eat it, eh?
Oh! Come on, get off!
Right, if you want to make it difficult.
Listen, I got a baby in there, haven't I?
I know nothing of that.
It's a lie, I'm scared. Ask any of them.
Come on, you lot, clear off.
Oh! Oh! Now look what you've done. Seaman, come into the house. Who said it? That's what I want to know. Who said it? Not true of that.
Oh, thank God you're back. He's been like this for hours. He wouldn't take anything from a spoon.
Yes, I know. I need Jim, too.
I've been worried out of my mind.
That's right. My lovely.
I didn't know what was happening.
It was Tanner. He went and gave my name to the police.
What for?
Said there'd been sailors coming to the house. Well, of course there had, but asking after Wally, that's all. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
Well, if anybody goes and tells them that he thinks you've given him a disease, you know, and that you might give it to others, they just come and whip you off, have a look, find out if it's right. There's an act.
The contagious disease, is that?
Oh, that's the one.
But Helen, I thought that was only for... I didn't know they had the right.
It's also haven't got no rights. If you've got it, they keep you in the lock hospital, they call it. It's worse than a jail. You can be there for months, you can't get out. Or if they don't find it, they They give you a card you can show to the sailors to say that you're clean. They give me a card, Mrs. O'Need, and I ripped it up and showed it to their faces. Oh, God, that swine of a man. He knows damn well I'd never been on the streets. It was only spite.
What happened to your leg?
That's because I wouldn't let them do it. If you fight them, they put you in clamps. My fault. I should have known better.
I didn't know such things could happen in England.
Your England's a different place than mine. I think you better go back to it. You're only causing trouble here.
I'm sorry.
You're never going to manage without your man anyway.
If you can, then I can.
No. For me, it's life and death. You're just playing games. Oh, just look at them sheets he knocked in the mud. I'll have to tow them again. Well, they'll be a day late. But Mrs. Smalley said if that happened again, I'd have to finish. Oh, I'd have to go round tomorrow and bow and scrape and lick off boots. And what if she still won't keep me? It'll be getting up at 4 instead of 6 and scrubbing area steps at 2 an hour. Are you going to do that when your woman is gone? Are you going into a sweatshop and work yourself blind 16 hours a day? Are you going out in the frozen fields digging up turnips? No, you're kind of different breed. You'd rather make a hole in the river than live our life.
No, I won't do those things. It would be a waste when I can do something better. I'd have found something by now if only I'd felt well enough.
I haven't felt well for the last 10 years, but I can't stop, can I? When we stop, we starve.
Please, Ellen, it's not my fault the world's so unfair. Don't hate me for it. If I could change it, I would. Just let me stay till Saturday. I can pay my share till then.
And after Saturday, you'll go home.
After Saturday? I just don't know.
Well, congratulations on your engagement to Miss Callan.
Mr. Fraser, I would be glad if you would not discuss business matters with Miss Callan behind my back.
And so she told you I'd shown him the original designs for the Golden Nugget.
She did. And I explained to her the utter folly of building such a vessel without sails.
I trust she was sensible enough to realize the folly of such advice.
You are a burden to me, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, I'm sorry. Good evening, Mr. Fogarty.
Good evening, Mrs. Fraser.
Elizabeth, I told you I did not wish to be disturbed.
I thought Mr. Fogarty had left.
Mr. Fogarty, you've come here to look